Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another NBA 2K20 demo build video. Today we have the most dominant center in NBA history, Wilt Chamberlain. And let me just say, you would think making an inside center build would probably be the most easy thing to do. But to get this build exactly the way I wanted was honestly the most challenging thing, and you're going to see why. So please, it took me a lot of time to construct this build perfectly. Please drop a like on the video and subscribe if you guys are new. And let me say, all right, Wilt, obviously rebounding, rim protecting, and the ability to score on the block was very, very important. Those are the three most important things. And I wanted to make sure this build was able to get rim protector takeover, glass cleaner takeover, and post scoring takeover. Okay, those are the three takeovers I had to have. It was very difficult, but we pulled it off. So drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Let's get right into it. So Wilt Chamberlain, right-handed center, number 13. Okay, now there's a few you could pick for the charts, but what I decided was defense, rebounding, and finishing. Okay, you still get a pretty good post moves rating, so I figured it was fine. Now the physical was tough because you're never going to be able to create Wilt. I mean, he had a 48-inch vertical. I think he ran like a 4.6 40-yard dash. He was a freak athlete, and 2K's not going to let you have 90 vert, 90 strength, 90 speed on a center. So I just went with the balance so that we had really high strength, a decent vertical, and decent speed. Okay, that was the best we could do. Now for the ratings, this is where it gets tricky and you're going to need to pay attention. Okay, so for the finishing, it's simple. Just max everything out. Obviously, Wilt was a beast in the paint. You know, he could dunk all over people, you know, finish tough layups, all that type of stuff. Max it all out. Post moves, max it out. We want as high a post moves as possible. Obviously, Wilt was one of the best scorers in NBA history, 100-point game, 50 points per game in a season, all that type of stuff. Now, a lot of people don't realize, but in Wilt's earlier days, I'm not talking about Laker Wilt. Young Wilt had a great post fadeaway where he would go and turn around, shoot it off the glass. Now, defense, this is where it gets tricky. We're not going to max out interior defense. I know it sounds stupid, but just trust me, okay? Go to 86. Don't max it out. Lateral quickness, max that out. Offensive and defensive rebounding, max that out as well. Now for the block, much like interior defense, we're not going to max it out. We're only going to put it to 82. Now the reason being you don't max out block and interior defense is if those go too high, then you can't get post takeover, and I'm going to prove it to you in a second. Now it would be great to put these last 10 points on perimeter defense, but also if that goes up, then your defensive rating is too high and you can't get post takeover on this build, okay? So you could put it on ball handling, pass accuracy, maybe mid-range, free throw, whatever you want. I'm gonna just throw it on ball handling, try not to turn the ball over, but I'm gonna prove it to you in a second that if your interior defense and your block rating gets too high, you're not able to get post takeover, okay? So that's what took so long, trying to find a way to get post takeover but still have good attributes in all categories. And trust me, that block and that interior defense is still going to be really good with the way we're going to make the build. Okay, so height 7'1", Wilt was listed at 7'1", so we'll go 7'1". Now here's where we really crack the code. Okay, so for the weight, we're going to go 254 pounds. Okay, that doesn't increase anything. We want max wingspan, which puts our block up to 87. Okay, now you're going to see we're able to get rim, glass, and post takeover. But is this the best the build could be? So check it out. We go back to the weight, right? If we go up one more pound to 255 pounds, look it, 255, it gets +1 interior defense. Okay, max the wingspan out again, you're only able to get rim and glass takeover. Okay, so there's a cap on your block and on your interior defense. If it goes too high, they're not going to let you get post scoring takeover, and I want that option on this build because Wilt was a beast, not only defensively, not only rebounding, but also scoring the ball. Okay, so 87 interior defense, 87 block. I believe, at least for this build, that is the highest you can get it with still being allowed to get post score takeover. So obviously Wilt was all three of these things. You could pick anyone you want. I'm going to go with post scoring takeover. Now let's get into the badges. So for the badges, to make this as close to Wilt as possible, okay, obviously the finishing and the defensive rebounding are the most important. So check it out. For the one shooting badge, I put it on deep fades. I put that on bronze just to help with the post fadeaway a little bit. And then for the playmaking, I put post spin on silver. You might want to put quick first step, maybe even dream shake, but I'd rather have post spin on bronze. So that's where I threw it on. You guys put it on wherever you want. Now, defensive and rebounding. We got Hall of Fame box and a Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Wilt's the greatest rebounder in NBA history. You need those badges on Hall of Fame. We also went Hall of Fame brick wall. It's just a really, really good badge. Obviously, set hard screens. And we got intimidator and rim protector because Wilt was a great rim protector. They didn't keep track of blocks back then, but if they did, it would either be him or Bill Russell leading the NBA history with most blocks. And then we put post move lockdown on Silver just to help defend big men a little bit more. If they try to spin or drop step you, that's going to help you clamp that up. But obviously the rim protecting and the intimidator is going to do wonders in that category. Now, finishing badges. Back down Punisher, Hall of Fame. Wilt was a physical freak and he would dominate people in the paint. So you need that back down Punisher on Hall of Fame. The next Hall of Fame badge you want is Drop Stepper. This badge, I don't know if it's just for the demo or what, but if it feels in the real game anything like the demo, it's going to be a dominant badge. Now, Contact Finisher Hall of Fame is going to help you get those contact dunks, finish contact layups, all types of contact around the basket. This is the badge you want on this build. Lob City Finisher Hall of Fame. Anytime someone gets in trouble, just throw it up to the big man, go and get it and put it down. Now, I haven't tried this badge out yet. Deep Hooks Hall of Fame. I mean, some people told me it's actually really good. I don't really shoot hook shots, but I'm going to throw it on this build anyways, just because obviously you want to score inside a lot. And maybe if this badge is good, those hook shots will be a nice bailout. Then we also threw on that Silver pick and roller just to help with, pick and roll situations, increase how often you're going to finish around the basket off of pick and rolls. Now, they didn't have Wilt's jump shot, so we just threw on Dirk Nowitzki. Obviously, throw on whatever you want. Once the game drops, put on a real jump shot. But that is your NBA 2K20 demo Wilt Chamberlain build, okay? Let's get right into some gameplay now. So the first thing you're going to see from this gameplay is that within a minute or two, they're already double teaming me because Willie Cauley-Stein had absolutely no chance. I was bullying him in the paint. Now, I know it's only against the computer and whatnot, but the build did feel really strong and dominant in the paint. He was dunking everything. Now, check out this animation. I threw this in here just because I had never seen it before. I think this is like a new loose ball animation. We're climbing all over each other and stuff. Pretty cool, but really has nothing to do with the build. I just want to throw it in there. But as you can see, like I said, he's dunking everything around the basket. He was dunking until he got tired, but then he was still able to finish with contact. But the max wingspan is really important. Some builds, if you put the wingspan at max, you can't get that post scorer takeover because it increases your block too much. But as you can see, they're double teaming, hit the weak side, he gets the lay-in. So like I was saying, some builds you can't get post takeover with max wingspan. Same thing with weight. If you increase the weight too much, it increases your interior defense. If you increase the wingspan, it increases your block. That was the reason why we didn't max those attributes out at first. Obviously, you could increase them, and our block did go up a lot from increasing our wingspan, but that max wingspan plays such a big part in getting rebounds, protecting the paint, contesting shots, getting blocks, stuff like that. So for me, if you're going to make an inside center, whether you want it to be like Wilt or not, he has to have max wingspan. Now, if you don't care about getting post-scorer takeover, then you don't have to worry about increasing the weight and whatnot. Increase it, get that really good interior defense, get the highest block possible. But as you can see, we're just starting the second quarter. We already got 10 points and 8 rebounds. Very Wilt-like stat line there. But as you can see, we continue to dominate in the paint, but we barely played in the second quarter. We only played like a minute or two in the second quarter. So right after this this dunk here, like I said, he's dunking everything. Right after this, they end up subbing us out. So now we're in the third quarter, but second half, we literally take over the game. Now, most of you guys know I'm probably not going to be playing as a primary, I'm not going to make a center as my primary build this year, but this made me kind of want to, just because how dominant he was. He really felt like an athletic, post-scoring, rebounding rim protector. I was able to dominate in just so many aspects of the game. It really made me feel like, damn, if I made this build and made it as my main build, I would be able to just bully people, even other inside centers. I feel like his ability to finish around the basket plus post takeover. I mean, now one thing I will tell you guys, and I'm sure most of you guys know this, they told us they took out animations like that in the final game, so you're not gonna be able to get those big elbow animations. But listen, post takeover still, I'm sure it's still gonna be really good. I mean, look at this, get the block, go down the other way, in transition, call for the ball. We're gonna go right into the post against almost three guys. Go right to the post, fade is green. I feel like post takeover is still going to allow you to shoot those fades and those hop shots like crazy, just like 2K19. But they just balanced it out a little more by taking out those elbow animations, which honestly is a good thing because they were just way too overpowered. Another thing I was told about the final game is you're going to be able to switch your takeover as you please. So the good thing about this build is, if say you pick that post takeover and you feel like, man, without those elbow animations, it's really not worth it. Okay, then switch it over to the rim protector takeover. Or if you say, I want to get more rebounds, switch it to the glass cleaner takeover. You have 3 takeovers to choose from. One that's offensive, one that's defensive, and then one that, you know, it's rebounding based, so it'll let you get almost every single rebound. But overall, it's just going to be a nice balanced center build that, you know, besides the fact that you're not really a good perimeter shooter, which Wilt didn't shoot perimeter shots. The only perimeter shot he would shoot was the post fadeaway, and you have like a 75 post fade, so you'll be able to hit that, especially as you unlock more badges. You could put maybe Deadeye on, maybe upgrade that deep fades, whatever you want to do. But as you can see, I mean, he's just snagging boards, finishing strong around the basket, dominating the post, bullying Willie Cauley-Stein all game. We end up having, what did we have? We had 41, 19, and 5 blocks. That's not a bad Wilt Chamberlain stat line. Not a bad stat line at all, man. So this is the Wilt Chamberlain build I was able to come up with. As I said, it was actually pretty difficult to find a build that was able to get all 3 of those takeovers and still have that max wingspan. So please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out. Peace.